Hello, Ellie.
Hello.
Hello. I'm delighted to speak to you today, all the way from Dubbo. You have a business called Elementary Body Therapy, and you've recently done the Gentle Scar Therapy online program. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Excellent. So today we're just going to have a conversation around your experience of what it was like to study the gentle scar therapy, what results you've been getting for your clients. So let's start off by, had you ever studied scar therapy before? Like, was this new to you?
So this was relatively new to me. I'd had heard of it before through my mentor, Gemma Dustin. So she had told me all about it and how amazing the course was and the results that she got. She really, really highly recommended it.
Oh, fantastic. So tell us a little bit about you and your practice. Like, where are you at with
So
the
I'm located in Dubbo, New South Wales. I opened up my business probably about a year and a half ago now, reaching out onto my own, and it's gone fantastic in regional New South Wales. It's a really needed therapy out here. Yeah.
Cool. So what type of clients do you like to see, Ellie?
So I see all range of clients. Because it is a country town, I do see a lot of people that have abused their bodies in one way or another. Unfortunately, there's a lot of manual labor out here. So a lot of people have had many, many years of problems. A big thing that's been popping up with scars in particular, there's been a lot of hysterectomies. There's been a lot of ladies that have had laparoscopy.
Mhm.
Um, then there's been a lot of skin cancer scares for a lot of people out here. So they've all popped up recently, which is amazing.
So it sounds like you've got no shortage of people to help.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is kind of good.
It's amazing. It really is amazing that I've got such a variety out here, and everyone's keen to come on through.
Yeah, cool. And were you interested in scars before you'd actually heard of scar therapy or anything like that?
Yeah, I've always been very intrigued by it, especially after I got surgery done on myself when I had an appendix removal back in 2008, um, especially because the medical professionals aren't really cohesive in telling you about aftercare. So it's kind of like, just do it yourself. See you later. Good luck.
Okay. So yeah, that's interesting too. So you have experienced having had surgery and living with a scar and kind of after the surgery kind of going, what do I do now?
Yeah, that's it. No one ever explains the after.
Well, it's kind of their job just to do the bit and
You
then
just do
go
that.
live your best life.
That's it.
Yeah. And now they can come to you and get advice as to what to do and what not to do, right?
That's it, exactly. And a lot of clients are amazed that you can do something. They had no idea. So that's
It's
pretty cool.
true. It's true. So you're going around going, hey, did you know?
Yeah, that's it. I had one lady the other day go, "You just love your scars, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I do."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
that's
one thing, I think I say this at the beginning of the online program, that once you get into this, it becomes an obsession. And
oh, yep, I fully
you
agree
found that.
with that. Big time, big time.
Yeah. So when
And
you see a scar on someone, you're immediately getting curious. You're like, oh.
exactly, you get so curious and you start having a little feel around, see what's going on. Oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha.
True story, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you
We
start
get a
to
bit overexcited about scars now. So you had your scar of your own, and there was like question marks. What do you do with a scar afterwards? And then you heard some stuff from your mentor. And then I think you came to a webinar, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to hear a bit more about it, what you guys do. And yeah, look, you had me hooked. So I was like, great,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, cool. So for you, what are the things that have surprised you the most about the actual results you can get for clients? Like why they receive the work in the first place?
The most surprising part of it all is the fact that people get so insecure around scars. And now, something I've noticed is that most people over the age of, say, 20 at least have one scar. And it's just the accepted thing now that everyone has a scar, no matter what it's from, we just have one. And it was just phenomenal to see that everyone's emotional response or mental response, I should say, is so completely different, even though it's so common. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't
That,
that true? Yeah, everyone has almost like different relationship with their scar.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
fascinating.
it is fascinating. I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
And speaking to people about their scars often, you just are like, oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No two people are exactly the same.
No, that's it. Exactly. Even if they've had the same procedure done, same area focused on, it's just different. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like fingerprints, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. So individual. And I think it's part of the link between identity and scars as well. I think that
Yes.
comes into play. Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Fascinating, fascinating. So let's actually talk about the training. So for you personally, what did you find the best bit for you?
I loved going through case studies. I loved doing those because you gave us all the amazing tools that we needed straight off the bat, all the fantastic stuff, especially going through in depth about feeling through your hands and going layer by layer and really connecting with the person as well as yourself. And then we went through the case studies, and I thought, fantastic, we're now putting it into practice. Awesome. So that
Yeah.
was really good.
So who did you have for your case study?
So I actually had my brother come through for the case study. I asked him if he was happy to do it. He had an inguinal hernia repair, and it is a very intimate area. So he doesn't think too much about it because he's a fella. He's just like, oh, whatever, should be right. But I was so curious about it because he said to me, oh, he knows when it's really tight. He needs to work on his hamstrings in particular. And that's when he knows that there's some work there to be done and he's pulled it or tweaked it or something like that. And I said, look, are you happy for me to do this case study with you? I think we can get some amazing results and you'll get, a lot of benefit from it. And he was very skeptical, but that's okay. He went with it and we did 2 sessions and he's just so chuffed. And even his fiance, she's just absolutely chuffed with it. So it was really good to do and to work with a family member in such an intimate area. It gave me the confidence to be able to do it on a complete stranger should they need it.
Yeah, because if your family is, they're the ones that's going to tell you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be completely honest.
They're going to be like, Ellie, really?
Yeah, what are you doing, mate? Come on.
I do remember this case study, and I remember everyone just being like,
Yeah.
so, well, for anyone watching, what was the reasons that you would recommend scar therapy to your brother in this particular case?
So in this particular case, he kept getting a lot of pulling through his groin area. He could really feel it. He was still really nervous and cautious about lifting too heavy. And because he, sometimes goes and works on a family property, he's lifting heavy stuff. He's got to throw around some sheep sometime. So it was more about boosting his confidence. And that's what I really wanted to work on with him. Um, and because it's in an intimate area, I really didn't want it to affect him in any other way because it can go downhill with fellas in particular if, around that area.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And after the work, what happened?
Oh, so the scar tissue itself changed color. So it went from a really deeper purpley kind of color to a beautiful pink and started lightening up even further. It became a nice straight line instead of jagged. So it was a little bit jagged to begin with on the way through. Became a nice smooth line, which was beautiful to see. And, I didn't ask him too much about his intimate life with his fiance, but she did come over to me one day very quietly and said, "Thank you very much," and just continued on her way. So
Right.
well done.
Right. Well done. Hey, okay from the fiance. That's wonderful news, right?
That's it,
Yeah.
It's all aspects of health, and I don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's awesome. That's so cool. I love it.
Yeah,
And I love that it not only changed the appearance, but also the function. Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
absolutely. Yeah. And do you think he got more confident with lifting things and things like that, or no,
Yeah,
nothing to report there
well,
yet?
he hasn't brought it up since. So
Okay.
I'd say it's been fantastic. He doesn't talk about needing to pop away and stretch his hamstrings out so much because at times he's felt like he needs to go and stretch.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have as much back problems which I think is bloody awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And did you work on his back?
All I did was transverse planing with
Yeah.
his back
Yeah.
and lower abdominals, and that was all we
That
worked
was
on.
it.
That was it. Yeah.
Perfect.
I know. It was
Perfect. Really
pretty
cool. Yeah, it aligns with everything that I teach anyway, but and also my experience of it as well. So just like tick, tick, tick. Great,
Yeah.
perfect. Honestly. So what for you was a challenging part of the training for you?
The most challenging would probably the initial confidence to go and ask people, okay, I'm studying this. Is it okay if I approach and do a little bit here just to see what happens? So the most challenging part was probably trying to get my confidence up
Yeah,
more
taking
than it.
that step. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
from
That,
thinking to
from
doing.
doing and second guessing myself, going, no, Christine did this in the video. Oh, am I doing it right? Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like once you get into that actual doing,
Yeah.
then you get your results and then the results give you the confidence. So congratulations on getting over the thinking, because
Thank you.
unfortunately thinking leads to more thinking, doesn't really lead to more doing.
It does. You just become that hamster on the wheel, don't
Yeah,
you?
it can paralyze us into thinking more, thinking even more. I know, I've been there. Learning a practical skill online. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was very different actually, because doing my diploma of massage, it's all in clinic, very hands on. Um, but in saying that, it was great because, you know, even though it wasn't a physical class, we still had access to all the resources. Yourself and your team were available to answer any questions pretty much any time of the day. It was bloody excellent. And, we still got that connection and that team camaraderie really with the group, which
Yeah,
was fabulous.
yeah, it was a beautiful group as well.
Yeah.
Like everybody participated.
Yeah. Everyone got really into it.
Yeah, yeah, which is really cool. And we had those weekly Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we're able to connect live, which makes a difference as well, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as well as, the recorded website stuff. And then there's the chats and the
Yeah.
the weekly reach outs and all the things. So yeah, I think you're well supported during it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So if somebody else was thinking about potentially doing this, what would you say to them, another therapist?
I would say go for it. I would say absolutely do it because it's worth it.
So, your biggest takeaway from the whole thing, the whole experience, what would you say it is?
Biggest takeaway, training can't be limited to just a physical thing, and it's amazing that you can do it in between day-to-day life. And it was just phenomenal to work with something different and something so gentle. I just loved every minute and connecting with everyone across the world. Really, it was awesome.
Pretty cool, right?
That's it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to do
That's
that.
okay. Thank you, Chrissy.
So good. I'm kind of curious about like other clients. Have you rolled this out now into your practice? Are you seeing people regularly? Yeah.
Yes, so I've made it an official service of my practice. So I've got an initial service and then a follow-up service as well. And because I do online bookings, it's available online to book as well. So I've rolled it out. I've had a couple of people book in already. So it's very, very cool to be able to offer that.
That's great. Well done. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure it will help other people just kind of understand what it is that we're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.